we're going to move on to lesson 11, inshallah ta'ala. And lesson 11 is تدريبات على السكون. In lesson 11, you're going to go over words that have sukoon in them. So here, تدريبات على السكون. So exercises on sukoon. So all these, again, all these are Quranic words. All these are Quranic words, and all of them have sukoon in them. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to spell them out. So Hamza Fatha Noon Sukoon and Ta Fatha Ta Anta, which means it's you. Anta means you, it's a pronoun. It means you. Anta. Why is the Noon red? I'll tell you why it's red. Even though we're not really going to focus on this here, inshallah ta'ala. Once you finish Qaida Nooraniya, we'll go over the tajweed rules and you'll understand that better. But here I'll briefly explain it. It's red because it's telling you to do to hide the noon sound. So you're going to hide the noon sound. You're not going to say anta. You say you're going to make a nasal sound from your nasal passage. You're going to say anta, and your tongue is going to float. Your tongue is not going to touch the point of articulation of noon. So you're not going to make the n sound. You're not going to say anta. You say anta. That's why it's red. But here, no problem. If you say anta, I don't have an issue with that. All right, and then again, if you stop, you will say ant. All right, Hamza kasra ha sukun dal kasra di ihdi. All right, so ihdi. If you continue, if you stop, ihdi. Excuse me. If you stop, ihd. You can give the dal a sukun as well. As we mentioned earlier, if you stop on a word, you have to give the last letter a sukun. So you can say ihdi if you continue, if you connect it. If you don't, then you have to say ihd, like in Surah Al-Fatiha, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim. But if I stop, I would say ihd. The dal is going to have a sukun on it. All right. Here, ba fatha ayn sukun ba, dal dhamma du, ba du. All right. We're gonna go over some examples that are kind of difficult. So here you have fa fatha, noon sukun fan, sad fatha ba sukun sab, fan sab. And then with tajweed you would say fan sab. You're going to hide the noon sound, that's why it's in red. Same thing here. All the letters that are in red, they're telling you to hide them. This is an alif. It's a hamza. It's hamzatul wasl. It makes the hamza sound. You're not going to pronounce that. That's going to be silent. All right. You would pronounce it if you start with it. If I started with that, I would say hamza kasra noon sukun, hamza kasra noon sukun in, sad fatha ba sukun sab, in sab. But we're not going to go over that right now. So here in Qaida Nooraniya, you're going to, whenever you see that alif with that little thing on top, kind of looks like a sad, it's telling you to skip it. So you're going to skip that alif. You're not going to, or that hamza. It's hamzatul wasl. It's called hamzatul wasl. Hamzatul wasl, you pronounce the hamza if it's at the beginning of a word. You don't pronounce it if it's in the middle of a word. Hamzat al-qata, this is hamzat al-qata. And hamzat al-qata, you'll see the hamza on top of it always. All right, or at the bottom. You always pronounce that, whether it's at the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. All right, so they're both hamzas. This you pronounce only at the beginning of a word, but not in the middle. If it's in the middle, like in this case, you don't pronounce it. All right, same thing here. Fa fatha ra sukun far. So you're not going to say fa fatha hamza. La. Fa fatha ra sukun far. Ghain fatha ba sukun ghab. Far ghab. Here, this is hamzat al-qata'. All right, so you pronounce it. Hamza kasra, qaf sukun iqa. Ra fatha. Hamza sukun, ra, iqra. All right. Here, hamza fatha ba sukun ab, qa fatha alif saghira qa, ab qa. So these are alif saghiras. All right. So go over this lesson. You can use your app, your Qaida Nooraniya app on your phone. You want to download that, and you can tap on the word and it'll pronounce the word for you. It'll also spell it out. So if you get stuck, you can use that to help you to pronounce the word. Pronounce it, spell it out correctly and pronounce it.